Do you know what comes to mind when you think of a firefighter? A brave man running towards a building engulfed in flames while everyone else is running away. Or perhaps a group of people passing buckets of water to put out a fire. Whether it's in movies or in real life, we can all agree that firefighters are heroic figures who put their lives on the line to save others. But have you ever wondered how they used to fight fires before modern tools and techniques were invented? Let's take a trip through time to find out. Fighting fires has been an important part of human civilization since the very beginning. And as our cities grew larger and our buildings became more sophisticated, so did our techniques for battling blazes. From ancient Rome to the present day, the history of firefighting is a fascinating one, marked by significant innovations in equipment, organization, and technology. Early firefighting efforts. The origins of organized firefighting trace back to ancient Rome around 06 AD under the rule of Emperor Augustus, who established a group called the Vigiles, which patrolled the streets of Rome at night, keeping an eye out for fires and other disturbances. This group consisted of about 700 men divided into 6 cohorts, each responsible for a particular area of the city. Their primary duty was to fight fires using simple equipment such as bucket brigades, rudimentary pumps, poles and hooks. They would use these tools to break down burning buildings, collapsing roofs, and walls to prevent the fire from spreading to neighboring structures. Additionally, they performed tasks such as extinguishing oil lamps at night, guarding property, and arresting criminals. This marked the beginning of a new era in firefighting, where prevention and control were prioritized rather than just reacting to emergencies. Although their tactics were basic, the Vigiles played a vital role in protecting the lives and property of the citizens of Rome. They responded quickly to fire outbreaks, and their efforts helped to minimize the damage caused by the fires. Before the establishment of the Vigiles, firefighting was not an organized effort. Instead, it was the responsibility of individuals to protect their own property and assist their neighbors in case of a fire. However, with the growing size and wealth of the city, the need for a dedicated firefighting force became apparent. The Vigiles were not only responsible for firefighting, but also served as a police force, maintaining order and security in the city. Their presence alone was enough to deter many would-be criminals, and their quick response times meant that fires were often extinguished before they caused significant damage. The concept of firefighting as a profession had emerged. It may not have been glamorous, but it was essential to the safety and well-being of the community. The Vigiles were not just firefighters, they were also peacekeepers and protectors of property. Their dedication and bravery ensured that the citizens of Rome could sleep soundly at night knowing that they were there to help in case of an emergency. While Augustus deserves credit for establishing the Vigiles, it's important to acknowledge the contributions of earlier civilizations. For example, the ancient Greeks had a rudimentary firefighting system in place by the 5th century BC, which involved using buckets and long hooks to remove burning materials from buildings. The Egyptians also kept buckets near their ovens to prevent fires from spreading. These early efforts may seem primitive by today's standards, but they laid the foundation for more sophisticated firefighting techniques that would develop over time. Ancient Rome wasn't the only place where firefighting efforts were underway. In Alexandria, Egypt, a team of firefighters known as the Defensores Urbis Alexandrias was established by Emperor Diocletian around 95 AD. These firefighters were equipped with leather buckets, hooks and axes, and were responsible for protecting the city from fires that could have devastating consequences. Meanwhile, in Greece, organized firefighting efforts began in the port city of Piraeus around the same time. The Greek firefighters used bronze helmets and carried long hooks and shovels to battle blazes. As trade routes expanded and cities grew, so did the need for effective firefighting methods. The Defensores Urbis Alexandrias and the Greek firefighters played a crucial role in protecting valuable trade hubs from destruction, ensuring the continued flow of goods and commerce throughout the empire. Despite the challenges they faced, these early firefighters demonstrated remarkable courage and skill in battling dangerous fires and saving lives. AD 3rd century fire pump. Although the concept of firefighting goes back thousands of years, the actual tools and techniques used have evolved over time. One of the earliest known fire pumps was invented by the Greek inventor Ctesibius in the 3rd century BC. His invention was based on pneumatic principles and consisted of a piston that could be used to pump air and water. This innovation was a significant step forward in firefighting technology as it allowed firefighters to move water more efficiently to extinguish fires. While the original device is no longer in existence, copies of his work have been made to demonstrate how it would have operated. These replicas show that the pump was a complex piece of machinery for its time and would have required skilled craftsmanship to build. Despite its advanced design, the pump was not widely adopted during the time of its invention. It wasn't until much later that similar devices were used in conjunction with hoses and nozzles to form a rudimentary fire engine. Nevertheless, Ctesibius' invention remains an important milestone in the history of firefighting technology and serves as a reminder of the ingenuity of ancient Greek engineers. 17th century fire engines. By the 17th century, firefighting had become a more organized profession. Fire engines were used to pump water from nearby sources such as rivers or lakes to fight fires. These engines were typically hand-powered and consisted of a large cylinder with a piston that could be moved back and forth to pump water. Despite the heavy and arduous work involved, firefighters operated these engines with incredible speed and precision. They worked tirelessly to pump water to the affected areas, often racing against time to extinguish the flames before they spread further. The use of fire engines marked a significant advancement in firefighting technology and helped to save countless lives and properties from destruction. The manual labor required for these engines demanded a high level of physical strength and stamina from firefighters. However, they were trained to work together as a team to operate the engines efficiently. They understood the importance of timing and coordination and were able to work in unison to generate a steady flow of water. In addition to pumping water, firefighters also had to lay hoses and connect them to the engines. This required a certain level of technical skill as they needed to ensure that the hoses were connected properly to avoid leaks. Despite the challenges, firefighters were able to master these techniques and become highly skilled operators of fire engines. In the early days of firefighting, there was no such thing as a fire department. Instead, firefighting was a communal effort with citizens working together to protect their city. However, as cities grew and fires became more common, it became clear that a more organized approach was needed. Enter the fire wardens. These individuals were appointed by the government to oversee firefighting efforts and ensure the safety of the community. Their job was to organize and manage the available resources and personnel to respond effectively to fires. They were responsible for planning evacuation routes, setting up communication systems, and coordinating the activities of firefighters. In some cases, fire wardens also served as firefighters themselves, responding to emergencies and extinguishing flames. Despite facing many challenges, the fire wardens played a vital role in protecting lives and property and laid the foundation for the development of modern fire departments. Motorization, hand in hand. The late 19th and early 20th centuries witnessed a revolution in firefighting with the introduction of motorized fire engines. This innovation allowed firefighters to respond to emergencies more rapidly and transport their equipment conveniently. Prior to motorization, firefighters relied on horse-drawn carriages, which were not only slower but also more susceptible to traffic congestion. Motorized engines provided greater flexibility and accessibility, enabling firefighters to reach even the most remote areas of a city quickly. This improvement in response time significantly increased the effectiveness of firefighting efforts, allowing crews to extinguish fires more rapidly and minimize damage to property. Alongside the development of fire engines, other factors contributed to the modernization of firefighting. The introduction of fire hydrants and hose technologies enabled firefighters to access water sources more easily and direct water precisely to the affected areas. Mechanical pumps also improved, allowing for greater water pressure and more efficient firefighting operations. These advancements not only enhanced the capabilities of firefighters, but also helped to reduce the risk of injury and loss of life. From the early days of bucket brigades to the use of advanced technologies, the history of firefighting is marked by continuous innovation and improvement. Today, We have highly trained firefighters equipped with state-of-the-art tools and techniques who are ready to respond to emergencies at a moment's notice. The next time you see a firefighter, take a moment to appreciate the bravery and dedication of these heroes who risk their lives every day to keep our communities safe. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you next time. Firefighting, a profession as old as civilization itself, has come a long way since its humble beginnings. From the manual bucket brigades of ancient Rome to today's high-tech rescue operations. The evolution of firefighting is a testament to human ingenuity and our constant battle against one of nature's most destructive forces. The history of firefighting is deeply intertwined with the rise of human settlements and the dangers that accompanied them. The earliest known fire brigade was established in ancient Egypt around 3000 BC with the development of organized cities. Fire quickly became both a blessing and a curse, providing warmth and light but also posing a constant threat to life and property. It wasn't until the Middle Ages that we saw the emergence of water-based firefighting systems, including rudimentary pumps and the use of water towers. These innovations, along with the introduction of the fire axe and the fire hook, allowed firefighters to more effectively battle blazes. But it was the Great Fire of London in 1666 that truly highlighted the inadequacy of these early firefighting methods. This catastrophic event led to the creation of the first purpose-built fire engine and the establishment of fire insurance as a concept. From there, firefighting technology began to advance rapidly. The invention of the fire hose and the hand pumper in the 19th century marked a significant leap forward, allowing firefighters to direct powerful jets of water at flames. These advancements, coupled with organized training and the introduction of fire drills, helped mitigate the devastating effects of fires. However, as cities grew and industrialization increased, so did the scale and complexity of fires. The burning question was, how could firefighters be better equipped to handle the challenges of modern-day blazes? The late 20th century witnessed a paradigm shift in firefighting technology. Innovations like thermal imaging cameras revolutionized how firefighters perceive their surroundings. These cameras, which can detect variations in temperature, enable firefighters to see through smoke and darkness, identifying victims and navigating dangerous environments with greater precision. The integration of drones into firefighting operations added another dimension to this technological leap. Unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, equipped with high-definition cameras and thermal imaging capabilities, offer a bird's-eye view of fire scenes. They can assess damage, identify hotspots, and even search for survivors, all while keeping the drone operator safe on the ground. This not only enhances situational awareness, but also optimizes resource allocation, allowing firefighters to make more informed decisions based on real-time data. But it's not just about seeing through the chaos. Robotics has emerged as a game-changer in firefighting, enabling us to do what was once unimaginable. In hazardous environments where human firefighters would face extreme temperatures, toxic fumes, and the risk of collapse, robots have stepped in. These robotic firefighters can operate remotely, carrying out tasks such as extinguishing flames, searching for survivors, and gathering intelligence on the fire's behavior. Their ability to withstand conditions that would endanger human lives makes them invaluable assets in industrial fires, underground fires, and disaster areas. And then there's the issue of water usage. While water remains the primary tool in a firefighter's arsenal, its effectiveness can be hindered by factors like distance and structural damage. That's where advanced fire suppression systems come into play. Technologies like water mist and foam offer targeted and efficient ways to cool fires without causing excessive water damage to buildings and their contents. Water mist, with its fine droplets, increases the surface area of water exposed to the air, enhancing its cooling capacity. Foam, on the other hand, acts as a barrier between combustible materials and oxygen, slowing down the combustion process. But perhaps the most intriguing developments in firefighting technology lie in the realm of data-driven and AI-powered solutions. The marriage of firefighting and artificial intelligence has given rise to predictive analytics that help forecast fire behavior, optimize resource deployment, and even provide real-time risk assessments. These AI-driven insights allow firefighters to make more informed decisions, improving both effectiveness and safety. One fascinating application of AI in firefighting is the use of drones equipped with sensors that can predict the spread of a fire based on factors like wind speed, fuel availability, and terrain. By analyzing this data, firefighters can anticipate the fire's path, helping them establish containment lines and protect vulnerable areas more efficiently. Another exciting development is the use of augmented reality or in firefighting operations. Imagine a firefighter wearing our glasses that overlay critical information onto their view of the real world. This technology can provide real-time building layouts, escape routes, and potential hazards, allowing firefighters to navigate complex structures with ease and precision. Such advancements are not only enhancing firefighting efficiency, but also minimizing the risk to both firefighters and civilians in emergency situations. However, the benefits of AR extend beyond just navigation. For example, firefighters can use AR-enabled devices to identify and locate victims trapped in a burning building. By superimposing relevant information onto the scene, AR helps prioritize rescue efforts, ensuring that the most vulnerable are reached first. It's like having an extra set of eyes in the sky, except they're right on the helmet. In the relentless battle against wildfires, the stakes couldn't be higher. These raging infernos fueled by hot summer winds pose a significant threat to lives, homes, and entire ecosystems. But thanks to the latest firefighting technology, we are better equipped than ever before to tackle these natural disasters head-on. One of the most innovative tools in our arsenal is the use of precision air tankers, aircraft designed to deliver fire retardant with pinpoint accuracy. These planes fly low over the fire, releasing chemical compounds that form a protective barrier against the flames. This tactic is particularly effective in creating fire breaks in rugged terrains where ground crews might struggle to reach. But precision air tankers aren't just dropping retardant. They're also providing valuable intelligence. Equipped with infrared cameras, they can identify hot spots and map the fire's intensity, helping ground crews allocate resources where they're needed most. As the fight against wildfires intensifies, so does the need for efficient and targeted water delivery. That's why firefighting helicopters have undergone significant upgrades. Now equipped with state-of-the-art hoists, these helicopters can lift and transport large quantities of water from remote sources to the fire site. Once there, they can drop this precious resource with precision, aiding firefighters on the ground. But these aerial assets aren't just limited to water transport. Some helicopters now feature extended range capabilities, allowing them to stay in the air for longer periods. This increased endurance means more frequent water drops and a more effective firefighting response. But it's not just about fighting existing fires, it's also about preventing them in the first place. Fuel breaks, gaps created in areas prone to wildfires, are a crucial part of managing these disasters. And for creating these fuel breaks, specialized equipment has been developed. From excavators with bulldozer blades to create trenches to machines that chop and scatter vegetation, each piece of equipment plays a role in reducing the intensity and spread of wildfires. This proactive approach not only protects ecosystems, but also reduces the workload for firefighting crews when disasters do strike. In the heart of dense urban areas, a different kind of firefighting challenge arises. High-rise buildings present unique problems. Limited access to water sources, and the difficulty of evacuating residents safely. Here, specialized equipment like aerial ladder trucks comes to the rescue. These trucks can extend to great heights, allowing firefighters to reach upper floors and evacuate residents or fight fires directly on the affected floors. But it's not just about reaching the upper levels. These trucks also carry specialized equipment like water cannons to deliver a constant stream of water to high-altitude fires. They also function as aerial platforms, providing a vantage point to assess the situation and coordinate firefighting efforts. Imagine a fire breaking out in a confined space like an industrial facility or warehouse filled with hazardous materials. The risk in such scenarios is not just the potential for explosion or the release of toxic fumes, but also the danger to the firefighters themselves. That's where remote-controlled robots become indispensable. These robotic firefighters can be deployed into hazardous areas, equipped with cameras, sensors, and even manipulators to gather information and potentially extinguish small fires. Their ability to operate from a safe distance allows firefighters to assess the situation without risking their own safety. But even with the best technology, traditional firefighting methods still hold their ground. Strategies like the use of backfires, where controlled fires are set to consume fuel and hinder the spread of wildfires, remain vital in managing large-scale disasters. This practice, used in conjunction with mechanical and chemical firefighting methods, offers a comprehensive approach to tackling wildfires in diverse environments. The evolution of firefighting technology is a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. From the simple tools of the past to the high-tech interventions of today, each advancement reflects our determination to combat one of nature's most formidable forces. As we look to the future, the integration of AI robotics and data-driven solutions promise even greater precision, efficiency, and safety in firefighting operations. Whether it's in the heart of a burning building, on a smoke-filled battlefield, or in the vast expanse of a wildfire zone, the brave men and women who answer the call deserve our utmost respect. They stand as a bulwark against destruction, safeguarding lives and property with courage and skill. Their efforts, aided by the latest technology, ensure that in the face of fire, hope is never lost.